then he'll drop into the paint, step through, and lay it in. Nice shot fake, and Nipple has his first field goal. For flag up top, it comes for Tyrese Proctor. A chance to add to a 10-point lead. Tyrese, a lob, Marlowitz! High above the rim to dunk it down. For flag has it on the left. Wants to drive into the paint, fell down, somehow kept the dribble alive. Back to his feet, spins, steps through, scores again. How good is he?
Well, our three young guys in Con, Cooper, and Kaman have done a terrific job to start the season. And, you know, we've thrown them into the deep end right away. I mean, they haven't had any time to work their way in or to figure things out. Some of the matchups we've had, you know, particularly for Kaman, you know, defending bigger players, you know, bigger experienced players. We want to see more experience the rest of the season, as much as he's seen now. Every game plan for Cooper is designed to stop him. Con as well has had, you know, they played a triangle too on those two guys one game, you know, in their first 6 games of college. So they've seen a lot thrown at them already. And the thing that just stands out to me is their competitiveness, is their maturity, and it's their poise. And even though there's a couple plays, I'm sure all three of those guys would like to have back in different moments, their ability to rise to the occasion, understand what's required in that game, and to be fearless. I'm lucky to coach these three guys. Like they have a special something about them they're all about the right things. They're all about winning, but yet they have such a competitiveness and expectation to win immediately.
On inside, Cooper spins to the hoop and jams it home to give Duke the lead. Of downtown Atlanta, we are set for one of the premier matchups in the opening month of the college basketball season. 2 of the 4 winningest programs in the history of the sport, Duke and Kentucky, will meet for the 24th time tonight. For the first time in more than 30 years, the Blue Devils have made their way to Tucson, set for a late-night date with the Wildcats in front of nearly 15,000. Fresh off a suffocating defensive effort in Tucson, the Blue Devils arrive in Las Vegas with a bit of momentum after a double-digit win at Arizona. Ready for a heavyweight fight with Kansas, as 2 of the top 4 winningest programs in the history of the sport are set to do battle in the desert.
Well, scheduling has continued to really evolve, and with the changing of conferences and how many games are played within our league. Just give you an example, my freshman year, we didn't play a road game until January. And obviously that's a lot different now. Now we already have played at Arizona, and we have 2 road conference games before Christmas. And so it's 3 before we even separate for a Christmas break, which is probably going to be the norm going forward. I like to say there's not much of a runway anymore into the season, and we've played in some incredible environments already. You have 20 conference games each year. We're committed for the next several years to playing the Champions Classic. That's always a game. And then the ACC-SEC Challenge. And so 22 of your 31 games are committed, and then you try to find the balance of getting home games, but also you want to play a challenging schedule for individual improvement and collective improvement with your team. And those are the environments our guys want to be in. But then also you want to play a schedule where you can get some home games and get challenged here. So it's a balancing act. It's something we have to continue to be creative and look at in the future. But I love what we've done this year of going for it, playing the best teams in the country. It's really going to prepare us well as we make our stretch run.
Got to get it across midcourt, but the final score will be 69-55. As the Blue Devils have taken the show on the road and picked up a ranked win over Arizona.
Well, the way that we have to build our team, it's obviously how can we ultimately have the best team in the country? Of course, you're trying to be as competitive as possible, but it changes with a young team. You want them to be ready right away, and that's not always going to be the case. And no matter what you practice in the preseason, there's no simulation for the environment that you're going to be in, like in a Champions Classic or on the road the first game. So you have to recruit tough-minded guys, high character, and then have that balance of experience coming back that can help, really prepare our entire team for what's to be expected.
Del Orso off the bench, works his way to the left. Nearly lost it, taken away by Proctor. A free run to the other end to punch it down with the right hand.
Steal, fast break, finish, Duke up 3.
A handoff for Knippel, top of the key. A screen from Malawaj. He'll drop all the way to the hoop, put it off the window, no. The rebound tapped in the air, claimed by Knippel, a fresh 20. Right side 3, give it to him! Knippel dials it up from deep, and for the first time tonight, a double-digit lead, 42-31, with 15:24 to go.
One of the things we have to work on is continuing to play offense when something's taken away from us. And, I want our guys to play instinctual, but to play instinctual playing together. And so, if a team is really pressuring us, or we call it contesting, where they're taking away passes, how can you counter that? And a lot of the way we've always played here, and it's no different now, is to play read and react basketball. So how can we make reads? And I don't think we've been as instinctual as I would like us to be. I don't think we've been as downhill as I would like us to be. We have to manufacture more points in the paint. We have to manufacture more points at the free throw line. And some of that has to do with just the mindset of attacking, but also making reads based on what the defense takes away from you.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Gatorade. It fuels the best because it is the best. By Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. And by Coke Zero Sugar. Tackle game day with a great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
And to handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Sam, since this is your first Get Holiday Ready sales event, let me introduce you to the full lineup of Ford SUVs. Keep it festive, Morgan.
How fun!
That's Blake and Bailey. They're our Bronco experts.
Goat modes goes over any type of terrain.
And of course, Ford F-Series, best-selling trucks for 47 years. The Get Holiday Ready sales event.
Chills.
Get 1.9 for $60 plus up to $6,500 total savings on a 2024 Ford F-150 Hybrid.
From creating memories to finding the perfect gift, let us make this holiday season a little easier. Right now, save up to $60 on select AS battery sets. Happy holidays from Steel.
Almost flowing up by 14. It's Knippel, drives, kicks to the corner. Gillis hits a 3. And a timeout taken by Maine. An absolute avalanche. A 14-0 run to open up a 17-point lead.
It's been a lifelong dream for Mason Gillis to wear a Duke uniform. After playing 4 years at Purdue, able to grow as a player and as a person, the The opportunity presented itself to play his final year of college basketball right here in Durham.
Part of the lifelong dream, I felt like this was just the best place for me to grow as a person and a player, and that kind of influenced my first decision of going to Purdue. And so I kind of had the same thinking, the same thought process going into the transfer portal. And the transfer portal was kind of crazy. For me, it was high pressure, really quick. I didn't have a lot of time to make a decision. And on top of that, I didn't make a visit to any school. I felt like I could just talk to the coaches on the phone, and if we were able to kind of find a mutual agreement, I felt like that was the best decision with the time I had on hand. And so this was just the best place. I fell in love with Coach Scheyer. What he was putting together, he laid it all out for me. He was very honest and open about everything, and so I just wanted to be a part of a national championship run.
Gillis has been following Duke basketball ever since he was a kid. Impressed with how Coach K brought the best out in his players, he was instantly drawn to the program, now grateful to be a part of it himself.
I just fell in love with Coach K very young. I think that my parents, my grandparents, who I was raised, they were just very disciplined people, do things the right way. And so whenever I was able to see Coach K doing his thing here, I started falling in love with basketball too at the time. And it was just, that was the person I was chasing. I was chasing this program, working every single day to get here. And it was more so what and how they did things rather than the name. Coach K is from Army. He's a very disciplined person. He knows what he's doing, and he was able to get the best out of his players. And so I wanted to be a part of that team. Haven't been able to play for Coach K, but I'm still here with Duke and doing our best.
The 2023-24 Big Ten Sixth Man of the Year knew he'd be able to bring energy and experience to Duke, along with his sharpshooting ability, setting a single-game record in Mackey Arena at Purdue with 9 three-pointers last season. But Gillis is all about the little things, understanding every possession matters.
The biggest thing that I could bring right away was just energy and the experience that I have. I've been in school for quite a while now. I've been through a lot of different games. It's just the small things. I think that's what, coming in as a freshman, you don't necessarily understand. We've lost a Big Ten championship 3 games away from getting it because we didn't have a simple box out. And so it's just those little things that I've tried to be able to bring to the team, understanding that every possession matters, understanding that you can get beat on any given day, and we just go into practice understanding that every single day and preparing to be our best.
Playing with Mason is awesome. He's a very easy teammate to play with. He's someone that every player wants to play with. I know he's been great for the young guys because I remember being a freshman and everything is confusing and everything's moving fast. Even if you're as talented as a freshman we have. I certainly wasn't that talented as a freshman, but I know they appreciate his presence, and I do too, because he's someone that kind of steadies me. Mason's a very steady guy, and he's someone that makes our job easier. When we're not talking, he gets us talking. When we're not energetic, he makes sure we're energetic. When we're not in the right place, he'll be the first to call you out, and that's the thing that we appreciate. He's the type of player that every winning team has, and we wouldn't be the same team without him.
Gillis was able to catch on to Coach Scheyer's system with time, but he knew he'd be a voice on this team right away, holding his teammates accountable with this talented group already turning heads in the college basketball world.
I think that the biggest thing is just being genuine. Early on for me, I didn't necessarily know everything in our system offensively, defensively, so it was a little bit more difficult to speak up on things that were attached to the details of the game, X's and O's, but effort and hustle. I've always been able to speak up because that's kind of where I hang my hat. But as time has gone on, I feel like I've been able to speak up more, exactly what we're doing offensively and defensively, just holding guys accountable, because that's what matters throughout the year, just being able to play possession by possession and understanding that things aren't going to be perfect, but it's about how fast you can bounce back and get back on the same page.
Mason's experience of just playing in, we call them wars. He's played in wars, man. Big-time battles, Final Four games, national championship, Big Ten championship games. Purdue's been as winning of a program as there's been in college the last 4 or 5 years since he's been at that school. So he knows what it looks like. He's also seen failure or setbacks, which makes you even hungrier. And I think the humility to understand you can lose any game, You also can win any game. That's how I'm wired. That's how I've been taught to be wired, being a player and coaching this program. And to bring in somebody that has that same mindset has been critical.
Celebrate the moments that matter with a beautiful piece of jewelry or a luxury timepiece from Reed's. Reed's Jewelers, trusted with life's moments.
It's bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her!
You're not just tailgating, you're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Head to Bojangles and grab your tailgate box today.
Duke's new century cries out for a university where the drive to discover is not hemmed by disciplinary logics, where philosophers work side by side with physicians and physicists, where nurses find inspiration in narrative theory, where mechanical engineers team up with marine biologists or musicians. I believe Duke will continue to be that university, together.
Duke Basketball 360, presented by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires.
Here's a screen from Malawach. Cooper on the drop into the paint, all the way in for a right-hand punch. My goodness, flag has 12. Arizona wants a timeout. 17 years old and rocking the rim in Tucson. 17 seconds to go in the half. In transition, Griffin can't hit a three. The rebound chased down by Proctor. Plenty of time, 10 seconds to go in the half. Down by 5. Tyrese to the right, it's Knipple. 7 and 6. Now Malawach has it for Tyrese. 4 seconds and 3. He'll take a three. Hit it! At the buzzer! Tyrese with his third three of the half. And the Blue Devils back within 2 at halftime. Cold-blooded from the Aussie.
Well, the West Coast trip for us was, one for the memories. We really had a great time being together for a longer period. Usually you're not on the road in 2 different places for almost a week. And to play not a neutral site game, but to play a road game and then a neutral site game, those are 2 of the toughest games you can play back-to-back. And you just find out a lot about yourself. And I just, again, was so proud of the team, the character they showed. We had some great runs in those games. To play on the road in that environment at Arizona, I think it just bonds you. And for our team moving forward, I think we can always reference the memories and experiences we had in Las Vegas, in Phoenix, and in Tucson. Well, this is a great game for us. Just to be in this environment early in the season there's such value in it. And what I liked in this is Cooper driving downhill and just his base. And if he's scoring and knocking other guys back, good things are going to happen for us. And this is huge in this game to respond to their run. It was a 3-point game, and we didn't come out strong. And then Caleb's 3 was a big one to get a separation to go up 8. And I just thought the poise of being in the Kentucky game, to understand the value of starting a half, we really picked it up here. And then Khan's poise in the paint. And this is a Duke shot. This is one of those shots through the years that you don't necessarily practice, but you know a Duke shot when you see one. And that's a Duke shot right there, with Khan hitting the 3 off the offensive rebound. And then we kept it going, and it starts with Caleb attacking downhill, following up on his own miss, And when he's attacking downhill, we're a better team. And then this was great here. Everything for us was happening from the paint. You know, getting paint touches and then working our way out, and that's Cooper being Cooper. So to go from that to go to Vegas, and again, Kansas came out and punched us right away, but I thought this group in the game right now gave us a huge lift. And it started with Malik protecting the rim. Khan has a great pass ahead to Tyrese. Tyrese has been shot ready. And then to end this half, to cut it to 2 points was significant. Again, our defense translating to an offense, and we're pushing it down, and now Malik gets a dunk. And for us, we talk about going from defense to offense a lot. This is a great segment of just doing it. And then for Malik, he had an all-time moment here, just, you know, whatever got in him to shoot it. I love it. We beg him all the time to shoot threes, and I just love the fact he followed his instincts, and to see the bench reaction is what it's all about. Malik Brown is the ultimate defender. The amount of deflections he comes up with every game is off the charts. We've never had anybody like him that has that many deflections. And then once again, it leads from defense to offense.
We still believe in the American dream.
A dream filled with promise.
A dream filled with commitment to our neighbors and our communities.
Where we work hard and succeed together.
Where we take care of those who serve for us.
SRS delivers with integrity and purpose.
Through the fastest growing family of independents in the country.
Company by company.
Person by person.
Rooftop by rooftop.
SRS Distribution delivers more than building products. SRS delivers dreams.
Turn up the heat on the competition this season with CPI Security, proud partner of the Duke Blue Devils.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Hear live out-of-market play-by-play this year with the Varsity Network app. In a truly unique listening experience, capture every moment and all of the drama. Powered by Learfield, the Varsity app delivers the soundtrack of your favorite teams. Access live and on-demand audio broadcasts, plus over 100 official school podcasts for free through the Varsity app. Download the Varsity Network app today.
Well, the ACC-SEC Challenge is, I think, incredibly exciting because you see matchups that you haven't seen before. You know, last year as a program, for us to go to Arkansas, nobody in our program had ever been there before. Same thing for us playing Auburn. You know, I'd have to go through the history books, but this isn't a game that's happened. And so there's different matchups that it keeps our sport fresh. There's the SEC, they have great teams, they're deep. I think every year we can count on playing somebody in their league that's going to be a really tough matchup, whether it be home or away, that's really talented. And they'll be a great test for us and great for both fan bases to see a different matchup that maybe we haven't seen as much or at all.
Across midcourt, sends it to the left, Caleb Foster, a clean look, he'll drive it instead, in on Broom, what a scoop, reversing it home for two. To the left it goes, Evans is wide open, and you know how that goes. In transition, 1-on-3, gonna wait for help, sends it to the left, Evans again, got it again, and Duke has the lead. Trying to find a screen, lost the basketball, and it's a free run for Tyrese Proctor to throw it down. And it's taken away by Cooper Flagg. Now he wants to run. A lob ahead to Foster. He'll launch on the right. And hit it! Flag to the baseline. Knocked loose by Flag and stolen by James. 2-on-1 is Knipple. Back to James to throw it down! He takes it, sends it back to Cooper on the right. A couple of jab steps. Sizing it up. Wants to drive on Jones. Spins, goes up, and scores. Softly. Top of the key, Cooper has it. A crossover, run into by Pettiford. Steps through. Hops, puts it off the window. Counted and a foul! Cooper Flag has it on the left. Wants to drive into the paint. Fell down. Somehow kept the dribble alive. Back to his feet. Spins, steps through. Scores again. How good is he?
You're not going to see many plays like that.
Handoff for Tyrese Proctor. Off of a screen sent by Brown. Waiting, 9 to shoot, on the drive, behind the back, into the paint, spins, goes up, got it! Big time move for Tyrese Proctor. Alcon has it. 1 minute to go, a baseline drive, off the window and down! Knipple off the right, the lead is 7, into the final minute now. And it's over. A signature win early in the season for the Blue Devils and head coach Jon Scheyer as they knock off Auburn. 84-78, the final score, taking down the number 2 team in the country.
Well, look, to start as a coach, you're always going to think about things you can do better. Naturally, that's how I'm wired, and you think about your weaknesses as opposed to your strengths. But the reality is, playing these, first 7 games, strengths have been exposed and weaknesses have been exposed. And with all that said, you're really a play away in the Kentucky game and 1 play away in the Kansas game from being undefeated and having, 7 terrific wins. And so the margin is that small. You learn a lot about your group, whether they're up for the competitive challenge or not right away. And this group 100% is. They're together, they're tough. And I admire the fact, like in the Kentucky game, we're missing 2 of our key guys, Sion and Kaman, down the stretch, and we're just battling. We're just battling to maintain the lead, get back the lead, making some big-time winning plays. And then, we're playing Kansas, who's number 1 in the country, and they came out the best they've been all year. They had a week of preparation. They're ready to go. We took their best punch, and we kept coming back at them. And for a young team to have that competitiveness and that will, that desire to win, that was our intent in the offseason, to put that together. But to see that come out from our players and our team, I'm proud of. So there's a lot to grow from. There's a lot of areas we have to do better. But just their competitiveness, character, will to win is at a really high level.